And the team guys, Cam the man being my mechanic, came off Alex, left those guys at home. Like, felt like a factory rider for the week. Pretty cool because I've just been on the outside guiding those guys. So it just, I don't know, it's just really fun.
Who do you want to thank, Brandon?
I want to thank Jesus first, keeping me safe. I'm super blessed. My wife, my daughters, they were here early in the week. I wish they were still here, but my dad and Jeline, all the club guys, Ben, Brandon, Miguel, Mike, Hayden, Deborah. Got an awesome group of people. The race team, Cam, Tyler, Greg back at the shop, he started it with me. Biggs, our driver. Everybody, all the riders. MX Sports, like the first day we got here, you know, it's chaotic, but kind of in the times we're in, it was a little bit refreshing seeing the chaos and, you know, kids riding around on golf carts and just people being free was, I thought, really refreshing to see. So kudos to them. Track was insane. Super technical. Sorry this is long, but muck off FXR. Appreciate Brad and Milt, Andy, Doug, all those guys. They've really took our team to the next level. If it wasn't for them, we definitely wouldn't be building like we are. Yamaha, ATVs and more. Charlie's awesome. Motorsport, Jeffrey Holmes, Pirelli, MTMX, ORW, Factory Premium Optics, SKDA Graphics. They've been with us from the beginning. Mika's been with us from the beginning. Garnet, Flow, Twisted. I got a race this week, so that was kind of special for me. FMF, Lux, and BP Fuels, Firepower, Tamer, Enzo KYB. My bike was really good. Rims Plus, DT1, Hinson, Weisco, Chirby's, P3, Guts, Ogio, and all my personal friends texting me. I don't know, just a humbling week.
That's pretty awesome. He is your national champion. Let's bring up the American Motorcyclist Association to hand out the #1 plate and officially crown Brandon Haas your 30-plus national champion. I'm going to send it back up.
Congratulations, Brandon. Great job. Right now, 450B out on the track. The first time around, Matty Jorgensen with the lead. It was Cameron Horner with the early hole shot. He comes around in that third position. But Avery Long on the number 76 machine. Avery Long looking at a 2-1 so far with 3 points. Dayton Briggs looking at a 1-3 with 4 points. So these guys definitely in contention. Briggs right there in that number 4 position. Long in the number 2 shot. Mitchell Zaremba also in the hunt in this one. Zaremba back there sitting in the number 6 position. Remember, Zaremba picked up about 5 or 6 positions in Moto number 2 and actually went for a last corner pass gap with just about 1 second between your leaders last time in that Moto number 2. But right now, this is the championship Moto. All the chips are on the line here in 450B. Matty Jorgensen, like we said, led the last time around. There he comes. One more time, we're taking a look back through the beach. And Jorgensen starting to get some company. That looks like Avery Long starting to close the gap just a bit on that number 76 machine. Your Stacy Holeshot winner, Cameron Horner, giving up just a bit of time to the leaders right now. And take a look at the number 73, Dayton Briggs. Looks like he's making up some time on Horner. Leaders down through the Bermuda Triangle now. Here we go, making that tight left-hander back past the tower. Again, Jorgensen with the lead. This time he turned a 155.3. Avery Long a 155.5. Cameron Horner, he comes through in that third position. Zaremba up into the number 4 spot. He turns a 156.6, so he's just a bit quicker than Horner ahead of him. Jordan Bees in that number 5 ride. Marcelo Leodorica rides in 6. Dayton Briggs in 7, Kyle Everson in 8th. 9th is Jaden Cooper and Rodrigo Borges in that number 10 position. Out on the track, though, the number 14, Matty Jorgensen Jr. still putting the power to the ground. Starts to pull away from the 76 of Avery Long just a bit, while Cameron Horner and Mitchell Zaremba try to push forward and put themselves in the hunt. Right now through the 10 Commandments, and we starting to see a challenge take place there. I believe that's going to be Zaremba and Beast fighting it out as they work their way through the red zone back into Storyland. That looks like Mitchell Zaremba picking up another position right now. Whoa, they come together. It looks like that's going to be Zaremba and possibly Beast. Side by side as they come through the waterworks. Now that is the race on the track. It's Yamaha versus KTM right now. All the way down the beach. Side by side, I believe they almost touched handlebars right there. One goes inside, one goes outside. The battle remains in the favor of Zaremba right now. Oh, down goes the 28 of Beast. He tried to use the outside line. He was carrying a lot of momentum. Oh no, and he falls over the other side of the bike trying to get up. Big mistake right there. 3 more bikes go by. Oh, bad news for Bees. 4, 5, 6, 7 bikes as Bees tries to get that thing gathered up and back on 2 wheels. Taking a look back up front, Matty Jorgensen still under attack from Avery Long. The gap just about 1 second, 0.875 as they came through timing and scoring last time. Cameron Horner in that 3rd position right now. Zaremba still in that number 4 spot. Marcelo Leodorico moves into the 5th right now. And Bees, he has dropped clear off the radar. Unfortunately, a small tip over slide out for him as he stood back up, tripped over the bike and fell backwards. And that's where the disaster started. Fast lap right now. That's a 1:54.1. That was Avery Long. That was on lap number 3. So last time around, Long really turning the heat up. Jorgensen starting to feel it. Jorgensen goes way deep to the inside. He's riding defensive right now. Catches a rut on that KTM or really side ruts that thing up out of there as Long continues to apply the pressure. Cameron Horner, Mitchell Zaremba, Marcelo Leodorico in those 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. They've got a battle raging as they come out of the waterworks. Back into those sand sections. Here we go. Yamaha mounted Zaremba trying to find some lines right now. Been stuck in a battle ever since the gate dropped. Back on our camera shot here, Avery Long. Looks like he's pulling up to the rear fender of Jorgensen Jr. right now, as close as they've been. Last time it was 0.875. I got to believe it's closer than it, and it is 0.752. So Long back here biding his time. Knows if he applies enough pressure and waits, going to be a forced error possibly out of Jorgensen. Jorgensen tries to go right up the gut as they work their way behind the billboard. Wants to go over and ride defensive. Cut that short inside line off. And here we go. This is the first time we see this start to pull out just a little bit. Long goes wide to the right. Can he take advantage of the momentum? No. Jorgensen riding the short track, able to maintain the lead. But whoa, swaps big time as he comes out of that rut. Both go to the inside on the 10 Commandments. Different rhythm, almost side-by-side racing. Jorgensen goes to the inside, defends again. Avery Long being very patient right now. Being very selective with that line choice. Jorgensen now, as we work our way back in to Storyland, looks like he's starting to open up that gap just a bit. Long was closing the distance for just a bit. All of a sudden, no, Jorgensen just answers. Long makes a slight mistake as he catches a rut right there. Cameron Horner and Zaremba, though, still back in that number 3 and 4 position, shooting it out. Coming around the coming down the beach right now into the anthill. Jorgensen looked like he's picked up another 2 bike lengths. Avery Long was up on the rear fender now, giving up a few lengths as they work down in the tree turn. Oh, Jorgensen hangs up, makes a mistake. Long smells blood in the water now. After almost stalling that bike, Jorgensen came almost to a stop, and look at this. We have renewed life in the 76 of Avery Long. He has absolutely turned up the heat right now after a small mistake by the number 14 machine. Last time around, 0.752. The gap's going to get closer. Jorgensen still leading the way. Now 7.19, so Long just ever so slightly working on him. Take a look at Avery Long. He's sitting on a 2-1. A 2 would also give him 5 points right now. When we take a look at our leader, Jorgensen, on the number 14 machine, he had a D, an F, and a 2, so out of the championship contention right now. We know that Long does not have to make the pass, wants to prove a point.
Getting back in the booth here, I'm going to show Megawatt this quick breakdown. What was on the podium just a moment ago.
Yep, just some line choice out there. Got to respect Brandon Haas to be able to pull that championship off.
Big lines.
The way he did it, and he said he wanted to win the Moto.
That's exactly what he said.
And Brock Peterson just turned up the heat. So let's see if Matty Jorgensen in this one can hold on for the Moto win. It's been a pretty wild class.
But it sounds like we're going to have a rematch in the plus 25.
Yeah, I like how Brock was throwing a little of that in there.
All right.
I like how Brock was throwing a little of that in there. Like, let's see if I can beat him in plus 25. They're battling, I think, like 5th and 6th in the 25 plus.
So Avery Long, as we said, he's sitting on a 2-1 right now with that possible 2. Matty Jorgensen with that DNF out of championship contention, but wants to make a statement as he exits the
He won the first Moto?
in the 450B.
He won the first Moto?
Jorgensen went DNF 2.
Oh, DNF 2
is what he does. So
that's
he
the
got second.
other class. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
He had another class where he won the first Moto, and then he tipped over, and that was the end of his Moto.
It was bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely
It looked
bizarre.
like he hurt himself or something.
For sure.
And then ended up basically a 1 DNF. There's Jorgensen on the number 14 in control. But Avery Long is building quite a story this year, but he wants to end it with some titles. Can he go for the Moto win?
Stories are great. Titles are better.
I think so, but I will say this. When you're in the B class, your whole goal is to get noticed, to get that next level of support. I do feel like if you can go out there and completely dominate it, not just win the title, but dominate, might give you that little edge when the factory teams are looking at their next guy. You might want to think about trying to get the Moto win in this scenario.
Absolutely. So what you're saying, the championship and the good story to go with it, it goes a lot further.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're, I'll just start. Okay, he's on a Yamaha, right? If you're star and you're like, we're looking for one guy, and you're picking between 3 or 4, you won it. Maybe that's what it takes to really raise the eyebrows. So I want to see how Avery Long plays it. Does he just go for the title? Or does he want to show he was going to crush everyone?
Early in the Moto, I believe that. That was the strategy.
It looked like he was going for it?
He was absolutely going for it.
Yeah.
But I will respect his choices right now to back this thing down, be conservative, solidify the championship.
Yep.
But it will raise the price of his stock in my book just a bit if he chases him down and applies some pressure for sure.
We've seen it. Haas and Peterson at last Moto, they went to battle for that win. You're watching Cameron Horner, who just went by. Then this is Mitchell Zaremba in 4th on the number 45. Then Marcello Leo Dorico is 5th. Dayton Briggs, Jaden Cooper, Rodrigo Borges, Kyle Epperson, and Tucker Nelson. That is your top 10.
Now, Zaremba sitting on a 3-4. He's in the 4th spot now. If you remember, Zaremba brought the heat all the way to the finish line. That gap was about 1/2 a wheel.
Yeah, dude.
And brought himself from 4th place in about 3 laps in that last Moto. So going to be interesting to see. Does Zaremba have something in the tank? Does he have a good strategy here? Does he, have something for Horner?
It's possible. That's what we've seen this year. Honestly, I keep saying it, but I feel like so much of it's just line choice. The guys are so close in speed. When you find out a new line, we're seeing guys making up 1-2 seconds a lap. Well, on just one line through one section.
The problem is, Weech, there's one really good line, a couple good lines, and the rest are bad.
Yep.
I mean, that's it. And if you don't have the opportunity to enter that line, or you can't clean that line, man, oh man, it's going to make for a long Moto if you don't have good line choices.
Jorgensen still has it under control. Avery Long, I think you're right. I think Avery Long is just looking to bring the championship home now.
Much
Going
respect.
For the 2-1-2.
Yep, that's intelligent, much respect, and not backing the pace down a lot, letting everybody know why he's out there with a 2-1 right now, I believe is what he's sitting on, and he wants to go 2-1-1, make no questions of it.
So the other rider we got to watch here is 5th place, Dayton Briggs.
Yes.
He went 1-3 coming into this one, so he's behind Long. He needs to beat him to win the title, but there's 3 positions between them right now. He'd be the next rider. We're watching Zaremba. And let's get it. Good job, Racer TV.
Yeah,
we're waiting on Briggs, but I don't see him.
And Briggs is way back here.
Wow.
17, almost 18 seconds back from Mitchell Zaremba.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a game changer. Zaremba going 3-4.
Yep.
So he's sitting on 7 right now.
So Briggs is going to have to hope something goes wrong for Avery Long. Briggs with the 1-3, but must have got off to a bad start. Maybe got tangled up because 5th place makes it sound like he's close.
Right.
But there is a 17-second gap between 4th and 5th. So Dayton Briggs on the 73 KTM going to have to dig for it, or hope that luck shines on him.
Yeah, right.
And we go.
Right now, when you do the math,
That's
Zaremba.
Briggs on screen, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yep.
Zaremba's going to be out by a couple points. If Briggs was to finish where he is, that's still going to put him in that silver medal position.
Yeah, he's looking for 2nd overall, but obviously he's not going to be happy with 2nd overall. He wants to win this thing, so he is hustling on this number 73 Briggs to try to close the gap, hope that Long bobbles something. And he is pushing right now.
Yeah.
So you can tell he has a sense of urgency. The problem is, honestly, I think the pushing is actually, we've said it so many times this week, the harder you push, sometimes the slower you go. And he's actually got Leo DeRico putting the heat on.
Yeah, that number 43 Yamaha right behind him. Well, how about beside him?
Yeah.
Beside him. Showing him that front wheel right now. So he's got his own things to worry about. Really can't afford to drop another position.
Uh-oh. It's going to happen, Mikey.
There it is.
Briggs bobbles in the left-hand turn. Leo DeRico gets him. Briggs trying to fight back. Side by side. Leo DeRico able to complete the pass. All right, so now it's going to get desperation time for Briggs. He needs to gain positions, and he just lost one.
I got to say, Leo DeRico did not look like he planned on sending that bike out into that rut, but it was necessity. He had no choice, for sure. And a great move, made it stick right there, made it look like he intended to do that. So,
meant to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, there are meant to do it riders. I say that all the time. You're just throwing it out there, and by the end of the section, you're just, that's the way we planned it.
Now, to your credit, we take a look at Avery Long's last lap there, 2 minutes, hanging in there, just pretty much marking time, like you said. Want to keep distant, want to keep respectable. And I'm not saying that Avery Long within the next lap isn't going to put on another charge, but you're looking at a 5-second gap right now.
Every time we think, we know exactly how it's going to turn out. All of a sudden, the gaps change completely. You know what I say is the ultimate, to me, the meant-to-do-it guy? Your guy Adam McGill on the ATV side of GNCC. It's just like, hold it wide, and by the time he gets through it, you're like, oh, it all worked out.
It all worked out.
I always say, I'm like, meant to do that. That's the way I planned it, man. I'm just running it loose, wide, Clyde, and I made it. What?
That might be Gator's outlook on life.
I think so. I think
he runs it wide every day. Okay.
Model, dude.
All right.
Yeah. Meant to do that.
Wild guy.
His outlook on life actually has his personality come out through his riding style.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's impossible. It's not like our guy Stu Baylor, who we had up here yesterday. He's the opposite. On the track, very calculated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very technical.
Absolutely.
Really thinks his way through everything.
Off
and then
the
everything
track,
else?
very unpredictable. Not much calculation off the track.
No, exactly. Jorgensen looking back, trying to see how big a gap he has on the number 14. It's up to 6 seconds now. He's marching away from Avery Long, and it's white flag. So Mikey Waynes and I got to head to the podium, and it looks like Avery Long closing in on the national title in 450B.
Well, Avery Long, just a few moments to go, just a few corners to work his way through, and that's exactly right. He's going to be picking up his title here in 450B. Coming up next, going to be 125C. 125C coming up next. That one getting ready to get underway here. As soon as we get our podium celebration to take care of, going to see the checkered flag here in just a moment. Matty Jorgensen in control of this moto right now. Bike working really good, putting in good laps. 201.0 last time around. So the 14 machine looking to pick up a moto win here. Avery Long looking to pick up the title. There he comes on that 76 Yamaha. White flag continues to fly. I believe the checkered flag will come out here in just a moment. All right, less than a lap to go. Avery Long checks in. He turns a 2:02.4 that time, so doing exactly what he needs. Gap stays about 6.8, another 6.5 back to Cameron Horner. So that second place position pretty safe for the 76 machine of Avery Long. No real pressure from behind. Not going to take a chance of running down Jorgensen Jr. Nothing to gain by doing that. So pretty much a victory lap right here for the 76 Avery Long. Got to concentrate, keep it on 2 wheels. There comes our leader through the 10 commandments. That's the 14, Matty Jorgensen Jr. What a great ride for him. Was challenged a couple times. Avery Long pulled up on the rear fender, decided it wasn't worth it to go for it. And Jorgensen with everything he needs to do. Takes a quick look over right now. Sees Avery Long on the other section. Knows he's in great shape. Going to take home a gold medal here for Moto win in Moto number 3 of 450B. Back through the waterworks he goes. Just coming out of Storyland. Has about a half a lap. And Matty Jorgensen filling this Moto win. Avery Long, though, he's thinking about the big picture. Sitting there in that number 2 position, and he works his way through waterworks. Knows all he has to do is bring this one home, and we're going to call him the 2022 Loretta Lynn's 450B champion. Jorgensen again trying to find Long, takes a look over, knows he's got this Moto in control. Having a little bad luck earlier in the week, though. Want to keep him out of contention for that championship, but here comes your Moto winner, the number 14, Matty Jorgensen Jr. One final trip down into the Bermuda Triangle. Going to take that deep left-hand rut. Powers his way through. Checkered flag is out. And that's going to do it for 450B Moto 3. That one coming to a conclusion. And Jorgensen taking that Moto win. Avery Long finishing second and taking home the championship hardware in 450B. Wow, what a great race. See the crowd gathered down there in that finish line area around the podium, and a lot of cheers, a lot of jubilation. So Matty Jorgensen out of Pompano Beach, Florida, taking that Moto win. Avery Long coming down from New London, Minnesota, going to take the 450B championship. Cameron Horner third in that Moto out of Bozeman, Montana. So up next, 125C. Micah Grubbs looks like he's got a 7-1 in that one. The number 32 coming out of Chardon, Ohio. A 1-4 for Dawson Cobb. He comes out of Honea Path, South Carolina. He's looking good as well. He's in good position. 5-3 for William Jordan. Comes out of Dade City, Florida.
All right, let's get this podium going. Not going to come up with a title. Some bad luck in a couple of motos. Really, the second moto's got away from him, but what a week so far. And a gold medal. Let's hear it from Matty Jorgensen. You know, that's the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. I'm sure you're bummed the way the points worked out, but you got to be proud of the riding.
Yeah, I felt good in the last 2 motos of it. The first one, my wheel blew out, and then it just sucks, but it's whatever.
Did you have a moto you tipped over coming like just past 10 commandments? Is that what happened in that other class?
That's what happened in 250B yesterday. I was in third, and I tipped over and went back and just had not a good moto.
You get hurt there?
No, my glove ripped off, and I came off. I had to put it back on, so it took a little bit of time.
I see. Still, though, this is taking you another level of confidence, I would think.
Yeah, it feels good.
All right. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my brother and my dad, TLR Performance, Enso Racing Suspension, One Gripper Seat Covers, SOBMX, Ryan, my 2 trainers, Matt, Jennifer, Jades, and Hammer Nutrition, Aero Helmets, MX Locker, Active Gear, and everybody else around me. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Matty Jorgensen with the Moto win. All right, if we get you guys to grab Matty's bike, sorry for the bad news. If you can grab Matty's bike, and we're going to move the championship machine of Avery Long on up, we'll bring the 76 up. Second place will be enough for the title. And we will talk to our third place finisher while we swap the bikes. There we go. So I'm looking for Horner, who took third, while we bring the championship machine on up. Congrats, boys. Looking for Cameron Horner on the Honda. And we'll talk to third place while we get our championship set here on the box. Cameron Horner, bring it on up. Okay, see, he's getting the jersey on. And Horner, some great starts this week, has grabbed himself a Stasic Whole Shot Award. So we're looking for Cameron Horner to come on up to the stage. Come on up, Cameron Horner. We need to make it happen. Championship bike looks good. I'm looking for third place. I need third place. All right, I'm going to just bring the champ on up. I don't know what's going on. Let's bring up our second place finisher. No, he's doing an interview. This is not working out at all. There we go. Let's bring up our bronze medalist and our Stasic Whole Shot Award winner. Let's hear it for Cameron Horner. You've been in some battles, man. Every time I see you on the track, you're fighting somebody.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, but that moto, I felt real good and got off to that great start, and that's where I want to be. It felt really good.
Who do you want to thank, Cameron?
Honda, Let's Ride, my mom and dad, Kevin Hyde, City, Thor, Doug Haskett, 100% everyone else back home that's helped me get to here.
Cameron Horner, everyone, the bronze medalist and Stasic Whole Shot winner. And now let's clear the decks. That's all yours. You get to keep that one. Let's bring our champion on up. Making a name for himself this week on the Yamaha. Your 450B national champion with the second place in the moto is Avery Long. Well, you did it, dude. I know you won a lot of these, but this has to feel so good to break through like this.
Yeah, it was good. It feels awesome. Came into the week feeling good, knowing I could win some titles, and yeah, did that. Got one more to go tomorrow, and looking forward to doing the same thing. Sitting 1-1 in that class, so yeah, feeling good going into the third moto in that class.
How did you play this one? Were you going for the moto win, or were you thinking about points?
Yeah, I want to go for the moto win. I ran out of tear-offs. Matty was riding great. A little tough to pass out there. But yeah, I started running out of tear-offs and backed off a little bit to try to save them for lappers. But yeah, overall, awesome ride.
Let's let you thank everybody.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Rock River, NSA Yamaha, Alpine Stars, Moose, Dunlop, Bell Helmets, 100%, Monster Army, Danny and Ed for giving me this opportunity, Donnie Luce, my mechanic Clay's been working his butt off all week trying